Hey everybody, happy Sunday afternoon if you're on the east coast of the US. I know I do have a few followers that are around the world, so welcome. And I know that it's nighttime where you are, or it's afternoon where you are, or it's some other time than 12:30 in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time, US. Anyway, I know it's a Sunday. I also know that uh, the plan was to have kind of Monday through Friday, but Brick and I sat down last night and had a long discussion, and we decided we weren't going to kind of relegate ourselves to that, and we were going to allow ourselves to be as creative as we want when we want. And the fact is that we realized, that we really kind of enjoy spending the time with everybody whenever the mood kind of strikes us. So still going to stick to our at least 2 episode a day, probably going to keep it at 2 episodes a day for now, unless they start to lengthen, then we may trim it down to one. But today really just wanted to touch base to kind of share that you may see some content come up a little bit random. You may see one on a Saturday, you may see some on a Sunday. You'll definitely still see the Monday through Fridays without question. If there is any delays or anything like that, I'll make sure to give you a heads up. So today really what I was going to do was just kind of give you a little sort of a insight into what the week ahead looks like in terms of what we're thinking about sharing. And a few things that have actually come up from some listeners, which is fantastic. And I thought I'd take some time to answer some of the curiosities, I suppose, that have come up. The first one being that I think a lot of people have noticed that I wear a lot of NASA headgear or T-shirts or what have you, sweatshirts. So I'm not. NASA's public domain, so it's not like I get any kind of endorsements or anything for that. I'm just a big NASA fan. And I'll go into that a little bit more, just how it kind of came about and a little history from my side. Another thing I think I would like to do this week is actually also, and this was a Brick recommendation, which I thought was really fantastic. Include the rest of the family, make sure everybody knows who's here. So I'm gonna take some time to bring Douglas and Gary on the stage. Douglas will probably hang out a little bit more steadily than Gary will. Gary does not like to be held very much. Gary likes to be in charge. She's an alpha for sure. She likes to sit where she wants to sit. She does like to be petted, but she does not like to be held. So she's very affectionate, but she likes to be affectionate on her terms. So, I try to be very respectful of that. Another item that is really something that we're toying with right now, and actually I'm going to share a little bit of a sneak peek. Brick has a couple of friends, colleagues, family members, however you like to refer to them, that he would like to have on the show as a discussion panel. So they're actually here today. I thought I would go ahead and give you a quick introduction, just do a quick presentation, and then we'll kind of move on from there. But besides Brick, Brick has two really close family members that he'd like to have, some intellectual discussion, whatever it's talking about, whether it's the State of the Union, the weather, astronomy, physics, stuff that I don't have a clue about. But Brick and his family, or their family, have a lot of experience with, because they've been around a lot longer than we have. But without further ado, Brick has two siblings, I guess you'd call them. The first one, this one's Brock. So Brock, meet the gang, meet Brock. And then there's Brandon. And this is Brandon. Brandon's a little different than everybody else, but we really celebrate that diversity. So we're happy to have Brandon and Brock to be on the show later this week. Looking forward to some spirited conversation, maybe a little disagreements that we can really kind of spark some intellectual stimulation with, and just see kind of where it goes from there. Just real quick, and this is from them, not from me, but they did ask that that I let you know that they all come from a broken home. And that just has some relevance to them. I think it's because they just feel weird about having all the Brick, Brock, and Brandon names. But I don't know. Is that the reason? No. They just wanted you to know that they come from a broken home. Which is actually pretty common too, and that may even be part of the conversation. Is how does coming from a broken home really affect your choices in your life? Versus someone who has, we call it a broken home, but the reality of it is there's plenty of homes, and it's actually not uncommon these days to have a single parent family that functions extremely well and creates a lot of amazing successes in the world. In fact, I would say probably, if you think about it, most of the stories that I've heard or that I've observed about people that have done something really amazing, in particular in the athletic arena, which is not a bad thing at all. I don't mean to diminish that versus something in a science or something like that, or engineering, but there's just been a lot of success that has come out of a family where a single parent has raised their children. At the same time, the same holds true for families where the both parents remain present, and then even those that have lost or been put up for adoption, and therefore did not have any original parents. So anyway, that could be a part of the discussion, I think, right? But guys, would you agree? Yeah, I think so too. I think that would be really good for people to get a perspective on, especially because you all have really kind of had to rely on each other, right? I mean, how, where you live, it's pretty brutal out there without having somebody to lean on. And in the face of everything that goes on, it's a real testament to people and bricks and just society in general finding a middle ground with one another and really kind of helping keep each other together. So looking forward to that. With regard to other topics, those are still in the works, but those are the top 3 that I think we're looking at for probably the first part of the week. And again, that's really only 3 episodes, so I've got my work cut out for me, but it's a team effort. And now that I have, Brock and Brandon on board to kind of help, I think that may actually usher things along a little bit easier. But, the core audience and Brick has made it very clear that, he's happy to have them on, but they're kind of special guests. They're not going to be on every show. In any case, so, looking forward to sharing that with you guys. I would ask again, thank you so much. By the way, we had a tremendous outpouring of individuals watching our shows, asking some really great questions. The viewership has gone up, immensely. Our followership is growing as well, so I would ask that you hit that subscribe button and definitely hit the like button. If you want to leave comments and ask questions in the comment section, please feel free to do so. And we will definitely get back to you. If you want to send me an email, I think there's an email option that you should be able to see on there. If not, it's just ChrisandBrick@gmail.com. And we will be happy to reply and have any discussion that might need to happen. In any case, have a happy and healthy Sunday and a restful one, hopefully, because obviously tomorrow's the start of a traditional work week, and want to have everybody kind of start the week on a good footing. Thank you again, and look forward to catching up tomorrow. So have a good day, and we will talk soon.